Hello, everybody. Good morning to you. How are you? You can see who's on my lap. It's Queen Booger. Queen Booger was having her morning cat zoomies just a second ago before I started this react to Melissa Gold's tarot reading on Foodie Beauty. So I just took my bike ride up to the store. I biked about 4 miles. I'm a little out of breath, but I saw Melissa Gold's tarot reading on Foodie last night. It was on my YouTube recommended, and I checked out Melissa. Really like her style. She's very no nonsense, straightforward, to the point. And the tarot reading that she did on Foodie was very eye-opening. It was very enlightening. There's a lot of great information there. And by the way, Melissa, I love that tarot deck that you were using. It's very gothic, Nightmare Before Christmas. What's the name of that deck? I might have to go and get it from my own personal tarot card collection. But yeah, great reading by Melissa Gold. Lots of information there. I did a tarot reading on Foodie last night. Those of you that were around for the tarot reading live that I did, some of the things that were revealed by the cards, the feeling was that Chantal is in Thailand and she's supposed to stay there for 2 months, but I don't think she's going to be able to. I think she's going to fold over early, meaning she's going to have to leave early. The feeling that I got was she's going to run out of money. I know that she traveled to Thailand with not much money. She's supposed to be budgeting. I don't think she's going to budget her money. I think different factors are going to play off each other. Her loneliness is going to lead to eating, which is going to lead to a lack of money. And then we're going to go backwards. The lack of money is going to make her stressed out, which is going to make her eat more, which is going to cause all kinds of problems. So different problems are going to surface if they haven't already surfaced. And it's just going to make the situation worse. I saw in the cards that she's going to reach out to different people when she does get low on money or she runs out of money, possibly reach out to, say, Mom or Pete's or somebody or the Beezers, but she's going to run out of money really fast. And she might have to go home just because of that. But the feeling that I got from other previous readings with Chantal is that it was weird. 2 readings ago, I felt like there was a chariot for each of them, but it wasn't a chariot that they were going to share together. Like he was going to go her way, she was going to go her way, he was going to go his way, she was going to go her way. That there would be something funky going on with the trip, and we can all see that something funky is happening with the trip. Do I think that Salah is going to join up with Chantal in Thailand? No. Absolutely not. And why is that? Because she is the employer. He's the employee. He's already spent a month plus in Thailand with her before. It wasn't exactly a pleasant experience. Why would he go for round 2? What does he have to look forward to going to Thailand? Chantal referred to Salah as her gopher, meaning he's going to go for things. So he's going to go to Thailand and be on the clock 24/7 for 2 months straight? No, I think he's going to have a much happier time staying in Kuwait by himself, doing his thing. He's going to let her stew. He's going to let her just be miserable all by herself. And Chantal's going to be freaking out. In all the time that I've been watching her, I can't remember a time when Chantal was by herself. She's always had somebody around to assist her in whatever way she needed assisting. This is the first time in 8-9 years that she's been by herself, and she is flipping out over it. So do I think she's going to stay in Thailand for 2 whole months? Nah, she doesn't know how. She doesn't know how to budget. She doesn't know how to cope. She feels very vulnerable. She has to do adulting, which she absolutely hates. And it's going to be a hot mess. So I would like to react to Melissa Gold's tarot reading on Foodie. And I'm going to leave a link for the original video down below in the description. So if you don't know about Melissa Gold, please check her out. Give her a thumbs up, maybe sub up to her channel if you like. Leave a comment on her channel and tell her how much you appreciate the reading, if you do indeed appreciate it, like I do. And let's get into it. Let's get into the reading, shall we? Let's start off the day with something fun. All right. So, okay. Let me just pull that up. Yes, it's a little dark. It's okay though. It lightens up after a minute. And I'm going to, will y'all excuse me for a second? I'm going to turn off the air and keep it off for as long as I can because I got issues with my hearing anyway, and that's right above my head. Y'all give me just a minute. If it starts to get really hot in here, I'll just turn it right back on. But I know that there are lots of you that you've got earbuds and headphones. The ambiance noise might screw with your hearing as well. So I'll keep the air off as long as I can. I'll turn it on when I need to. Okay, let's go.
I like to buzz through the blinds of the energy on my mind. Right now, I want to try to tune in to Chantal. Let's just see what's going on in her energy. Has some questions. We'll make this as quick as possible. This is a general reading, and it's for entertainment purposes only. Let's see what the cards say. Show me overall what's representing Chantal's current energy. What is she feeling? What is she feeling currently? What's representing Chantal? All right, the Tower and the Eight of Swords. So
that's not good. Pulling the Tower right off the bat.
This is making me feel like her ending up in Thailand by herself was something that was not. I think she really thought Salah was going to be coming with her. Okay, because my own personal opinion was the opposite. But this is making me feel like it was something she wasn't expecting.
I tend to agree just based on the amount of time that she has to go to Thailand and stay there. Like, according to Chantal, she's got to be there for 2 months. Chantal didn't like Thailand the first round. She didn't like Thailand at all. She didn't like people staring at her. She didn't like the humidity. She didn't like the heat. So if she booked a trip to be there for 2 months, I'm sure that she planned on having somebody there with her to assist her.
And just, I was going to say, we don't really need the cards to tell us this, but this is the Eight of Swords, and this is the person that cannot let go of things from yesterday. I usually say the swords represent people, places, experiences from the past, from yesterday, that we can't let go of. I also feel like this Tower is representing Chantal feeling overall like everything's falling apart. That everything that the Tower is about being thrown off course, usually from things outside of our control, or we feel it's things outside of our control. Personally, I feel this is here for Chantal because in this card, the Tower is represented by a clock tower. And I think this is saying like Chantal is feeling like time is not on her side. Like no matter what she plans to do or plans for, things outside of her control throw it off. But I think we all know that she's kind of this is true for all of us, but especially her. I'm feeling it, so I'm just going to say it. Like, she's attracting what she is. And because she cannot build or stand on a foundation that is solid, that she can trust, that she can put both feet firmly on the ground of, everything that she builds, when you build something and it's not on solid ground, it's bound to be thrown off or collapse or destroy itself under the lack of its own foundation. So
this is true, and I think that there are multiple issues at work, Melissa. You're absolutely correct. Like attracts like. Whatever energy you're putting out, whatever you're doing, you will attract the same or similar. So what is Chantal? What is she building? What is she attracting? At this moment, and for a lot of moments before, she has built a toxic tower of epic proportions, a very shaky, unstable tower. Like that foundation was never strong. It was always going to fall at some point. It was a tower of ego. You know, she likes to put herself above people. That's why she built the tower in the first place, to put herself above others, to live completely in her fantasy world and ego, to make herself think up here, I'm better than everybody, my life is better than everyone else's. And she set her own standard, if you will, of what her life should be. What, keeping up with the Joneses, more or less. Like it's what's really important to her is not her health. It is not the quality of her life. It's about maintaining a mask for YouTube. Like she's got to maintain a certain image in front of girl world. She is that person sitting at a poker table, losing hand after hand after hand, losing all their chips, but even still will not admit that they're losing and will not do the smart thing and say, you know, I keep losing hand after hand. Maybe I should stand up and take what's left and go somewhere else. No, she is that person. She'll go full tilt. And she'll stay at that table until every chip is gone. And then she'll be forced to get up and go elsewhere. But she won't be wise and say, I'm losing. Maybe I should do something different, you know. So as far as her running out of time, she kind of is. And I'm not saying that from a mean perspective, but the longer that her lies go on, the more she insists on keeping up with those lies and keeping up with this false face of everything's fine, everything's okay, I'm in a perfect marriage, the worse things are going to get. She's never been about true self-care. It's always been about, I care more about maintaining an image than I do about myself.
Six of Wands. All right, Six of Wands on the bottom, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. This is like the desire to be celebrated. This is everything we put work into. And the Three of Wands is here. This is the person that she's already made a choice to not make a real choice. All right. For me, this is like a person, they're waiting for the ship to come in.
Huh.
They know where that ship is going. It's like, all right, this is what just made me feel. She has already made some sort of, like bought a ticket or made a plan to go somewhere else.
Huh.
That's just what I felt. I don't know. I felt it, so I said it. All right, and there's the Six of Swords then. That's an energy escaping to a better day. I don't know if that's for her or for Salah.
Maybe both. I mean, this whole thing with Kuwait, this arc that they've got going on, it needs to end for so many reasons. It makes no sense. Salah's unhappy. Chantal's unhappy. She's getting more and more unhealthy. She's losing money in Kuwait. It makes no sense to continue it. It would make the most sense if she went back home, but she's stubborn, our girl. She's as stubborn as a pack of mules. Her pride is getting all in her way and making her blind. The pride and the ego shoot her in the foot in a figurative sense over and over again. She is her own worst enemy. She thinks the girl world is her enemy. No, no, mama. You are your own worst enemy. You're the only thing stopping yourself. Nobody else is stopping you. You can't swallow that pride. You cannot. It's just too big of a pill. She can eat all kinds of food, but her pride and her ego, she just can't chew it up and swallow it. It's too bitter. So she just keeps it in her mouth, doesn't get rid of it.
All right. I felt it, so I said it. Let me ask. Let's ask about Salah's handsomest husband's energy since we're here. I'm not a big fan of Salah.
Neither am I. He needs to go.
Whenever I say his name, I just hear woof, woof,
That's funny.
woof, woof. And I don't like him. So I'm going to try to not put my... He might be visiting someone. I wonder, I just felt like he's not in Kuwait and he's actually somewhere else. That's just what I felt. So I said it. I don't know, is he actually in Kuwait? I just turned that over because it kind of flipped off my deck, and usually I don't. It's the Eight of Cups. That's an energy that's walking away.
Ooh.
What the hell? What's Salah doing?
What is he doing?
King of Wands. It's the King of Wands. He's holding the big old wand in his hand. Oh, God. All right, I'm going to keep it clean.
Okay.
So, this tells me that he's ego-driven. He's kind of probably worrying just about himself. I know if you're going to leave a comment, I didn't need the cards to tell me that. All right, well, it's just clarifying what we already know. So, yeah, why is this here? Because I don't know, maybe he's a fire sign.
Is he?
That's too many. Why is the King of Wands here? What's Salah doing right now?
Yeah.
Show me what Salah's doing, please. All right, it's the Ace of Cup in reverse.
Ooh. That's not good.
So, one more. Show me a little more. He said he's doing things. This made me think, if he did go there, he could be in Thailand now, but he didn't tell Chantal, and he's like doing sneaky stuff.
Yeah, and you know what's funny, Melissa, is that Chantal thinks she's smarter than Salah. And he's letting her think that. Salah is letting Chantal think that she's got him on a short leash. He's letting that thought continue. She has said she has a tracker on his phone. So she's aware of where he's at. But what she's not considering and what she's not thinking about is that he might have more than one phone. So what's to stop him from having the one phone with the tracker on it and getting a burner phone that she doesn't have a tracker on and talking to other people and doing other things? If, say, he went to Thailand, or if, say, he was in Kuwait and he doesn't want Chantal to know that he's doing extra activities with extra people, he could just leave that phone at home. And if she's in Thailand, she's going to look at the location and go, oh, he's back home, he's sleeping, when he's actually not. So, I mean, we are talking about the same person that when he was speaking to Kai Bella on Instagram, there is a mode on Instagram that you can activate that once you are done speaking to somebody, the messages disappear. So when he was speaking to Kai Bella, he had that mode activated. I guess it's called invisible mode or stealth mode or something like that. So he knows enough about Instagram that he activated that mode as a way to not get caught. And the only way he got caught was the person he was talking to just happened to have an extra phone and was taking screenshots. He never considered that angle, but it would seem that he's gone on Instagram before talking to other women and didn't want to get busted. So he'll activate that mode to make sure he doesn't get busted. So if he knows about Instagram and he knows about phone trackers, more than likely he has another phone that Chantal does not know about. And as long as she sees the one phone, the tracker, she sees it pinging off, I guess, the address where he's supposed to be staying, she won't say a word. She's thinking he's at home and he's sleeping when he's not.
Like if I would associate this upright with like the new beginning of love, what I immediately felt when I saw this was like I saw a breast.
Ooh. Red room.
I saw like a small framed woman with like a breast that was like I know this is I saw someone that was like physically show me a little more. Like he's with the feminine and like a lady of the night.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if I should pull this up, but I just all right. The Four of Wands, the celebration. All right, choices. It came out in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles, Death, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, he's with the feminine energy. This is a general reading for entertainment purposes only. This is just making me feel like he is with the feminine energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he's in like home. And I think that's why I just saw that Four of Wands. Sometimes that represents home, the place we share with, the back. No. I don't think he's home. I think he's out having a good old time.
Yep.
All right.
I agree with you. I mean, I think her going to Thailand, it wasn't just about a visa run. I think they've been on each other's nerves to the point where there was a lot of fighting, a lot of friction, a lot of tension, and they were both at that breaking point with each other. And so Salah was like, you go ahead on to Thailand, you smoke whatever you want to smoke, you eat whatever you want to eat. I'm going to stay here. Because by staying here, this will be my vacation. Because if I go with you, I know it's not going to be a vacation. I'm going to be on the clock. I'm going to be working. I'm going to be aggravated. You're going to get on my last nerve. And if we want this business thing to continue, we've got to have some time apart from each other. I need a break.
And that's what that's there. And that's what that's about. All right. What is going to happen? Give me, if you can, some idea. What's going to happen between Chantal and Salah in the near future? What might we see? Okay. This is funny. All right. Not funny. It's funny to me, not funny for Chantal. Okay. The Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So sometimes this represents a Virgo energy. Sometimes it represents an energy that's going within, like in a hermetic kind of state of being and coming out, seeing the world and themselves a different way. I usually don't see that when I'm doing reading on Chantal or Salah. So this card sometimes represents an energy that is going to ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes I say the person's next to us, but we feel like they're not there, like ghosted energy. the Nine of Pentacles is here. So I was like feeling in my own gut before I did this that Salah was maybe not meeting Chantal. So I don't know if this is making me feel that he's gonna meet up with her, but it's gonna be like he's gonna be doing his own thing, like what we just saw.
Melissa, I hope you don't mind, but I'm looking at that middle card, the pentacle card with the woman sitting on the pentacles, and I can't help but be struck with the feeling of Chantal sitting on her money. Like her power tripping and sitting on the money. Like that is her being a control freak. Like, it's my money. I'm going to sit on it. I'm going to try to control you with it. Like that's just how that card is jumping out to me. Like as far as the Hermit card, that could be either one of them. That could be Salah, that could be Chantal, that could be both. But that middle card is just jumping out at me. And that would be Chantal sitting on her money. Like, it's my money. You're not going to tell me what to do. Like control freak, controlling people with money. And it leads to perhaps the ghosting and the isolation that you spoke of.
Okay, with the King and Queen of Wands and the Cup in reverse. And this, for me, this is Nine of Pentacles. So this has to do with a feminine. It doesn't have to be a feminine energy, but it is a feminine energy in this card. Sitting on her money. Usually it's about someone who can stand on their own. But we all know Chantal cannot stand on her own. Doesn't want to be alone. I feel like Salah, this is saying, if he does go meet up with her, she's going to feel like he's not there, and he's probably going to go off and do his own thing. And it might be because she can't. I'm gonna clarify these because I don't know.
And can I just add something else? I so apologize. I hate interrupting tarot readers when they get on a roll. Something of note, Melissa. So Chantal caters to the feeders, to the feeder fetish. And I feel that she has somebody that she's talking to that is encouraging her to become bedbound. Someone that's into the bedbound side of feederism. There's different categories of different feeders. There's the gainers that they want to see people gain weight. And then there's the immobilizers that their fetish is they want to see somebody become more and more immobile. When Chantal does her content, she's catering to both groups at the same time. She's gaining weight, and she's also showing all the signs that she is becoming more and more immobile. So that card with the pentacles and the lady with the candle. Could it be her literally sitting on her money, making money by sitting down, laying down, catering to that fetish? Like, the more she lays down, the more she sits down, the more that the feeders love it. Like, she's devoted herself to catering to those people, to catering to that fetish. So she doesn't want to give any signs or appearances that she's active, because then those people will not be happy with her. The more she's off her feet, the more they like it. So like the card of her, a woman sitting on her money, could that be related to that?
If this is making me feel like she's not going to physically be able to do anything.
No.
Either because she doesn't feel well physically or emotionally. Okay? And I think, obviously, the Seven of Swords, the liar, the sneak, sometimes the thief, I think that has to do for both Salah and Chantal, that she's not honest now. She's not going to be honest with us and letting us know what's going on. Why is the Hermit here? Or like, if Salah ghosts her, is she gonna lie about it? Like, is Salah gonna ghost her and she's gonna be left like a single energy? Because sometimes I see this as the single feminine energy, but I don't think she's gonna be telling us the truth. Why is the Hermit here?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. All right. This is the cards are saying that because I'm viewing this as Salah. That's what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's his energy, period. Whether
Right.
he goes or shows up and is like not present.
Right.
But this is kind of clarifying to me that like I think he might not show up for her. Why is this Nine of Pentacles here?
Now keep in mind, Melissa is doing her reading. I did my reading last night. Neo Tarot has done her readings, and we're all kind of on the same wavelength of sorts. We're all getting the same feeling. Like this whole trip has been funky, and he's probably not going to show up. How is it that 3 different tarot readers that don't know each other, that don't talk to each other on the personal, how is it that we're all doing the cards and we all have our different styles of reading the cards, yet we're all pulling some of the same things? I don't think he's going to show up in Thailand either. What would be his motivation for going to Thailand? What would he get out of it? It would not be a vacation for him. It's not even a vacation for her. She didn't go to Thailand because she wanted to. She went there because she had to. She keeps going back and forth from Kuwait to somewhere and then back again so much that it's reached a point where to keep herself off their radar, she's got to make little trips here and there and stay gone for a while just so it doesn't look suspicious. Like all the trouble that she's going through just to stay in Kuwait. When she's on a visitor visa, she's not even a resident. But why would he go to Thailand? What would he get out of it? He get a whole lot of aggravation. A whole lot. So I don't sense him going to Thailand. I really, really don't. I think he's going to just make all kinds of excuses and not go.
Or if he does, she's not going to be able to like leave the bed.
Oh, even more motivation for him not to go to Thailand. Can you imagine? Can you imagine flying 6+ hours to go to Thailand? And the person that wants you there is bedbound? So you're spending 2 months caring for a bedbound person. You can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. You can't enjoy yourself. You can't even take a breath because they need constant feeding. They need to be bathed. They need company. And if you're not around, they're going to scream and yell at you. Yeah, he's not going to go.
Page of Sword. Judgment. 10 Pentacles. I think Chantal's going to be stuck in bed or something.
Ooh.
Why is this here? Why is the Page of Sword here? Because, I mean, this can sometimes be like information that we find out. So either, I don't know.
I'm going to say it one more time. I love that deck. Anybody know what that deck is? Can you please tell me, Melissa? I would love to purchase that deck. I would love to use it for my tarot readings because it's such a beautiful deck.
This has to do with information she's going to find out about Handsom's husband, or having to do with her health, that she can't leave the bed and will have trouble leaving the bed. I don't want to take all these because it's like too many, but I see a 10 of Swords, this 3 of Wands again, the 5 of Swords. So I don't know if that means like Salah and her are gonna argue because she's not gonna want to leave the bed and like do anything. She's gonna be like, because I don't feel well in my health. All right, she might find something out about something Salah is doing, because I don't normally get the lovers card for them and feel like it's for them. And I'm seeing this Ten of Sword again. So I think either Salah, she's gonna find something out, like he did something with the money that she didn't know about. Maybe giving it to someone else. Something that is gonna burden her and make her feel betrayed. Show me one more thing, and then that was, I don't know if I want all that.
Can you imagine if Salah did go to Thailand, and by the time he gets there, Foodie is flat broke. She spent all the money. There would be such a huge fight. Chantal, are you sure you want Salah to come to Thailand with you? Because if you've been overspending the money and he shows up and he finds out you're dead broke, it's going to be one wicked fight. Even though it's your money, even though it is your money, still, he's not going to be a happy man.
I'm feeling like this is the end for them.
Like everybody feels that way. Neo Tarot has felt that way. I feel that way. Now Melissa's saying it. It does. It feels like the final chapter in this book is being written. It feels like we're on the final chapter of the Kuwait arc. The feeling that I'm getting from Chantal anymore is she knows it's the end, but she hasn't quite figured out how to spin things, how to frame things to make it seem like she's the victim or she's the hero. Like she doesn't quite know how to end the story in such a way that makes her look the best. Like maybe she went to Thailand to smoke it out, think about it, work it out, to write the ending then and there. Because this whole thing with her channel, it's been like a reality show where she writes a script as she goes. But she is so incredibly sick. She is so low energy that she doesn't have the same fire that she used to write the script quickly. It takes a lot longer. So maybe she's in Thailand right now, like smoking it out, working it out, talking it out, trying to figure out how to close the book and open another one. And if she opens another one, what's going to be a part of that arc? What is she going to do? Where is she going to go? Is she going to live with somebody? If so, who is it going to be? Like, how is she going to get along? There's so many details to work out. And it's a lot for her tiny little brain.
That either Salah, I just flashed this again.
Oh.
Either Salah already has some other relationship or actual marriage.
Yep. I've seen it. Neo saw it. And now you're seeing it too, Melissa. He's got something on the side. He's not telling Chantal. Or maybe she already knows. I think she already knows. And this whole time, it's been just a business arrangement between her and Salah. Like they came together, they talked it out, they worked out the agreement. Hey, I'll pretend to be your online husband. I'll give you a certain amount of money. I will give you gifts. I'll buy you a car. Just pretend to be my man. You don't have to touch me. We don't have to be intimate. Just pretend to be nice to me. Pretend to be into me, and there will be much reward. Well, he's gotten rewards, but not to the extent that she promised him. But she's a little spider that weaved her web pretty well around him. She gave him the gifts. She got him used to just not working and getting money. He's gotten used to it. And now because he's gotten used to it, he's codependent on her money. It's made him lazy. And by him being codependent on her, she's got control of him. And he could get the control back if he just got off his butt and worked. But I think you're right. I think there's been a relationship going on in the background the entire time.
Or something is going to happen legally.
Uh-oh.
I feel it. I just felt it. The sword in this. This could have to do with legal stuff about their marriage.
Ooh.
And where like whatever paperwork they had in the past that had to do with them being married, that kept her there, whatever, something isn't going right with that. That's just what I felt.
Melissa, I got a question. What do you think about this? I don't know if you want to do a tarot reading on this in the future, but I have a question. What do you think about this? Let me just follow me here. Do you think that Salah deliberately did not go to Thailand with Foodie? Because yes, he did need a break from her. Like the readings that I've done on Salah, he is exhausted. He is tired of her. He's tired of the fighting. He's missing his family. He's missing his friends. He's missing his social circle. But do you think, ma'am, that perhaps part of the reason why he didn't go to Thailand with Foodie is not just because he needed a break from her, and he knew he would not be able to get a proper vacation in her company, but also maybe hoping that if she went alone and she tried to come back, she would not be able to, that she would get denied re-entry, and that's what he's hoping for. Like she just would not be able to get back into Kuwait, and then he would be able to look at her and say, see, babe, it wasn't me. I didn't reject you. Kuwait rejected you. Like maybe that's part of the plan, because the last two readings ago that I did on Foodie, I kept seeing three people talking. Three men. I believe one is Salah, one is Murad, and there was somebody else. And I kept feeling the conversation of, what are we going to do about her? Like there have been conversations and meetings that have happened behind her back. She used to be a profitable problem. Now she's just a problem. Like the business side is completely fallen apart. And those that were involved in whatever way with the business, they're looking at her and going, this business deal, it's null and void. It makes no sense. We got to cut her loose. We've got to end this somehow. So I feel like conversations like that have been had. I feel like they've been had in person and on the phone. I see right now like three people sitting at a table talking, and the conversation is serious. So maybe the plan was for her to go alone to Thailand, and he gets a vacation bonus. And also there's a chance that she will not be allowed back in Kuwait. And then he can go, babe, it wasn't me, babe.
Queen of Swords. I don't know why, but I felt like Salah's mother, even though this doesn't normally make me feel mother energy. So I don't know if his mother is an air sign or has stuff to say, or if she found out things about him and Chantal that she didn't know before.
I'm kind of confused about that, and maybe I got this wrong, y'all. Didn't Salah's mother pass away? I mean, I'm also considering the possibility that that might have been a lie. she might still be alive. I mean, we don't know for sure. We just know what they tell us. But if his mother is still alive and she's freaking out about Chantal, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
I just felt this. I feel like the mother's trying to set up Salah with someone from like that he already knows, like, you know, that's like from where he's from, kind of thing. All right, I'm gonna end that because it's getting kind of weird. Oh, should I ask? I'm gonna pause this and put the cards back. I'm gonna quickly end this by asking about Chantal's health. I do think that the cards we already saw are kind of saying like she's gonna be depressed and in bed with that 9 of Swords. But let's just ask really quickly. Can you please just show us a little something about the near future for Chantal having to...
You know, I just had a thought, so I'm going to go ahead and speak my thought before it disappears out of my head. Chantal's in Thailand right now, and she's claiming to be sick. So is she really sick? Or is her throat just sore because she's smoking, say, too many cigarettes or something else? Or could it be that she's not sick at all? She's just saying that to try to get Salah to come to Thailand to take care of her.
Do with her health specifically. I used to usually ask that at the end, I feel like, so let's just see what. And if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. Like the video. If you want to help me on the algorithm, you can leave a little purple heart or a fly emoji in the comments if you have nothing else to say. Okay. Show me about Chantal's health in the near future. What might we see? Shall I look at this? All right. I think something's going to happen when while she's traveling. This could mean like when she's on the plane or like on a bus or train, some crap like that. I feel like this is either like saying it's going to happen when she's sleeping, something will happen, or whatever's going to happen is going to cause her to not be able to get out of bed for a while.
Wow.
I just saw this, but I don't know if I should say it. Because I don't want to manifest something stupid, like, you know, put the... Just, you see that position, that the sleeping? Let your imagination run wild, I guess. Something to do with that. Either being stuck like this for a minute or... Alright. And the Wheel of Fortune. Because it's fate, it's destiny. Or, like I usually say, when there's things in life we can't control, but we have to control ourselves. So...
And that's the one thing that Chantal is not in control of, herself. She wants to control everybody on YouTube, everybody on TikTok, everybody on Twitter, people around her physically, but not herself.
The inability to have any sort of like control for one's choices and or looking at it like if Chantal doesn't stop looking at things like it's destiny, it's just what it is, it's just what it is, then she's gonna end up all right, whatever's
and I'm just gonna say it as far as those cards, Melissa, I'm not trying to manifest this either. But I know Chantal likes to come to different channels and watch different videos. I'm just going to put this out there. Chantal, if you happen to see this react, and you're looking at these cards, and you might be wondering what might happen. Might being the key word here, because your destiny, your life, what happens to you, it happens to you, and you control it all. Understand, ma'am, that if you have very high blood sugar, which you do, if you jack your blood sugar level up, just because you go to sleep does not mean it goes back down. You could have a medical event in your sleep and not even be aware of it. So understand that as a diabetic, and you are pushing your body to have dangerously high blood sugar levels, Just because you close your eyes does not mean your blood sugar goes back down. And something could happen, like, so if you care, consider that the next time you stuff yourself full of food.
General reading for entertainment purposes only, you guys. See you next time.
Yeah, it was a really great reading, Melissa. Really enjoyed it. And like I said, y'all, I will leave a link down below for Melissa, her original video down below. You can check out all of her content. You can give her a like, give her a sub if you wish, and let her know what you think. And if anybody knows that the tarot deck she's using, just point me in the direction of it, because I love it. It's very Nightmare Before Christmas. It's giving gothic vibes, and I'm here for it. All right, so that's it for this react. Hope you guys have a lovely day. I'm going to go ahead and get started with trying to catch up on all the foodie stuff. So you guys have a good one, and I'll see you later. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.